St. Joe's a really good team. Hats off to them. There's a reason they have their best start after 25 games ever. That is a really talented team. I was really pleased with our team's execution. We need to play the game a little bit differently to be in the game against them and to be there at half a basket away without us being able to make a shot. I really feel bad for our girls. They're putting in the time, putting in the work, shooting well in practice, and we're struggling a little bit in the games, and I know that hurts them. And we shoot 35% today. It's a totally different game. The pressure's on them late in that game, but at 21%, it's a game we can't win. Credit to the St. Joe's defense too, but I do think these ladies executed what we wanted them to do really well. They found the mismatch. We got good looks, and maybe we'll get them a third time.
Coach, a bit different kind of approach to this game. You kind of really slowed it down in the beginning. I saw probably one of the lowest scoring quarters in women's basketball this year. Was that just a strategy for this game, kind of just to slow things down and run your sets and execute them?
Well, it's been the strategy recently, especially against teams in the top of the conference, because we've been a little hampered by injuries, a little short, and we want to keep the game in striking distance and have a chance to win. And we find that this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit in the first half about the defensive, interior defense. Do you think how much that allowed you to stay in the game at that point?
You're talking about our
interior defense against interior.
Oh, I thought for the most part our team really locked in and followed the game plan. I mean, the game plan was to try to pack the paint and make them skip the ball a lot, and I thought we did that. That's why we were able to limit them and stay within striking distance.
And last game we gave up 52 points to their 4 and their 5, and this game we gave up 16.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
all of our 4s and 5s, even though they're guards, they played really hard and they really gave it their all when they were guarding Brugler and Ziegler, in my opinion.
Was that a focal point now going into the game?
If someone shoots 91% against you one game, you should probably try to do something about that the next game. And she was 5 for 12 today, so I'd call that a success in that regard. And the team was focused on it. But to their credit, I think Ziegler won and Brugler the other. They came down the first 2 baskets of the third quarter. That's what we were trying to take away, and they got us, and they gave them life, and then they got us helping and buried the skip, which we were living with. The plan was to make them skip the ball multiple times, and I thought we did that well. We just couldn't get it done on the other end.
Makayla, what do you think was the biggest difference between this game and the last game where you played St. Joe's on MLK Day?
I thought they were kind of similar in my opinion, but I thought for the most part this time we actually locked in on defense. If you remember back to MLK, they kind of ran it up in the third quarter, and we kind of hung our heads. In my opinion, in the third quarter here, it was still in striking distance. I think when we went into the fourth, we were only down 11, so we were staying right there with them, in my opinion. So the fight was still there.
I don't know if anybody has a box in front of them. I think it was the exact same halftime deficit, third quarter deficit, as it was last game. And what was the spread of the last one? It might have been the same in the end. It was really a carbon copy game, and that's what we need to get out of Groundhog's Day. We put ourselves in that halftime position where we're in a good spot, and we got to find a way to be in that same spot, like we were against Duquesne, in that same spot at the end of the game.
And then, Coach, you mentioned you had a couple injuries. How's Tiara doing? I know she had some wrapped up around in this game.
I mean, what did you think?
I thought she looked much better. I think she looked much more confident as well. So
Glad to have her back.
Yeah, much better.
Hard question to answer right now, as I understand, but with the starts and the shooting percentage, and then it's been hurting you. What do you believe is going to get that turned around?
That is a tough question.
What are you seeing, though?
I guess I would say if I had that answer, we'd be shooting lights out already. My approach has always been that you just keep shooting the ball, believe in your abilities. We keep trusting you, and it's gonna turn around. It hasn't happened yet, and I don't have an answer for that one. Matt, you got a suggestion?
I don't. All I can say is we just keep shooting and we try to stay in the gym, get up extra shots, shooting well. Just because we're getting the looks, they're there. It's not like these are contested shots. All you can do is keep shooting them to give yourself a chance to win.
And we have been in the gym. I mean, I'm pleased with the work ethic and the time this team's put in.
So, Coach, I know you mentioned like the tempo would be a little bit slower when you're playing like teams that are ranked higher. Next game against Richmond, you have some days to rest and kind of like review and watch film and stuff like that. How would you approach like that Richmond game, just overall?
I think I want to give away my Richmond game plan right now. I don't think so. You'll have to find out on game day.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.